back to another episode of #AskAGeek. I think our last episode was 2 years ago, so it's been a little bit. Today's question comes from kingSabertooth, which he didn't actually ask me this question. He didn't even use the #AskAGeek. I just stalked him on Twitter and found this tweet. I'm told legally there's nothing wrong with that. The death threats, however, not so much. So this episode's #AskAGeek question. If you create a plus-size superhero in comics, would you allow them to lose weight over time since fighting crime burns a lot of calories? Now, I, as a superhero, sci-fi, fantasy, comics expert, I'll answer this question in a way where the question is formed in a way that I can answer it how I want. So whether your superhero loses weight over time by crime fighting, I think is a factor of two things: how they got their powers and what their powers are. Also when. That three things is dependent. First, I want to say we have seen plenty of examples of adolescents who get bit by a spider or get in some radioactive waste shit or put on a artifact or a ring, something, and then they just become absolutely fucking shredded. I mean, just insane cum gutters. So I would say that if you get your powers as an adolescent through a spider bite, a ring, or radioactive goo, you're probably going to become shredded, and it really doesn't matter about the crime fighting. I will throw in there, if you're a hero, that's what's going to happen. If you're a villain, you're either going to be bit, put on the ring, or put in the radioactive bullshit. You're either going to become shredded and ugly, or just deformed and ugly. It's the way the comics go. Unfortunately. Them be the rules. Them be the breaks. Alright, let's talk about mutants. It seems like when they go through puberty or a stressful event, their powers trigger, and they either transform, they stay the same, or they get uncomfortably ripped for a 13-year-old. So I'd say in that case, if you were a mutant, you got your powers, and let's say you're a little overweight, and maybe your power was just being able to turn things you touch blue. I would imagine you would stay looking how you are, but as you went out and fought crime, you'd lose weight and become buff. I don't know why someone that could touch things and turn them blue would be fighting crime, but I don't know, fuck you. Now, there are some mutants that hit puberty and then part of who they are is now how they look for their abilities, so in that case, if maybe becoming a huge blob is your triggered superpower, no matter how much you crime fight, you're probably never going to lose your blobness, you know? And, you know, if we're just asking in general, I would say if I got superpowers and I started to do crime, I'd lose weight, right? So I feel like if you just got powers and it didn't cause a physical transformation, you start fighting crime, you're gonna lose weight. Now, just because you lose fat, though, doesn't mean that you don't get absolutely fucking ripped. Here's the thing, an overweight person has a lot of mass. And you want a lot of mass when you start powerlifting and you get ripped to fucking shit. So, this is what I would say to you, kingSabertooth. If you draw someone that's overweight and then they get powers and they start crime fighting, don't let them get all thin and petite. No. Fucking make them into a beast. All that fat got transformed to fucking muscle and they're just ready to fucking go. All right, so that was answering this week's hashtag AskAGeek question. Next Saturday, I'll be answering a new question. And luckily, because I wanted to hear more from you guys, I made a tweet on the Rawrist Twitter saying, hey, give me your hashtag AskAGeek questions. So I'm going to check in really quick, see how that went, and we'll see what next week's video is about. Okay, Geek, and it looks like this person wants to hunt me down, and no. Cool. Thanks, guys. So hey, thanks for watching another hashtag AskAGeek. I guess I can start doing the comic book story time again on the weekends, but not during the week because that's when we talk about serious stuff. Okay? This is a serious channel. I drank an entire bottle of wine in the space of 3 hours. I'm gonna bye. Oh, hey, I made a limited edition of these shot glasses, Cthulhu 2020. This one says Cthulhu 2020 No Lives Matter, which is definitely not a dig at Black Lives Matter. It's just stating that Cthulhu doesn't care about you. And once we summon him, we'll cleanse the universe of our species. So yeah, hit up rawrist.com/shop and you can buy these limited edition shot glasses that I'm making. And I guess I'll make a thing on there where if you want me to send you a photo, I'm on it. I can send it to you. And for no extra charge, I can write some just really vile shit. Like terrible, terrible death threats and just things that even God wouldn't forgive.